What is it that brings you here? With the Void Storm's fury upon us, it is no time to enter Bjartur Woods. This is a disaster not seen in centuries. We have always believed the Solace Tree's light protects the woods from such storm. The right of return cannot be done. Not in these times.
Let's investigate this together. Safety measures. The signature waveform of this void storm matches the one that device generated before. This is no naturally occurring phenomenon.
When did you have the chance to analyze this?
When my prosthetic legs charge, I prefer to keep my mind occupied. Be careful. All targets in sight. I found a device. It's close to the Solace Tree.
Solace Tree? I have a bad feeling about this.
None shall whisper.
So many contaminated exoswarm here. The void matter concentration is also very high.
Maybe the device Astrid had was incomplete. This could be the real deal.
Command mode engaged. Processing complete. Guidance ready. Stars, hear my queries. Just like before. When it's disabled, the void storm stops. However... if this really was the work of Foreseer Ingvar, what would make him...
Do not worry. The path has already been blessed. Finally.
Mentor, are you all right? Did you see something again? It seemed worse than last time.
This void storm might not just have affected the woods here, but the workings of the Soul Asylum. I think that's why I've been seeing visions of...
Greetings. The Shaper once made a prediction. If a visitor from beyond Lahairoi protect... Now, the one from the prediction appears. So let's... They have their own missions to complete. The road to Solar Asylum is here. Please, follow this path.
Mentor, please, wait a moment. There's something I want to say to you.
What's the matter, Mounier?
I really wish I could accompany you to Sol Asylum, but I think it's best if we part ways here. Yes, when you touched the Solace Tree earlier, and even during your first vision, you looked like us. I lack the ability to connect with them like you do. And the space trek, instead of joining you, I think there are other ways I can contribute, such as researching the unknowns we still face. Yes, Ingvar should have been present at the rite of return. Additionally, the environment here is unusual. Investigate... No, you, my mentor. Well then, I guess this is goodbye for now. You too. Please, take care. I'll see you when we...
You may approach. The Heliotic Six are expecting you, as was predicted.
The dim light here. It's like something I saw in those memories. From this angle, the faint ring in the center is probably the heliogyre they put to a halt. My tacit mark. It's resonating with the star-like object. Seems like I'm able to move it. aligning the pattern on the star with the heliogyre makes it glow. It's feeding power into it.
Heliogyre has awakened. It seems the arbiter foretold in the fractured records is you. Yes, with great reverence, Soul Asylum, as you see it, is not as it once was. 5 of the 6 have lost their minds. In the light, this is why I summoned you. You witnessed the void storm in Bjarta Woods, yes? The solace trees shield the woods from such storms. Yet, through malice and dark intent, corrupted were the roots, and so too the Heliogyre. The others succumbed to the corruption. Only I was able to sever my link to the Heliogyre with the last of my strength. I turned the 6 stars to halt the Heliogyre, and that, at least, ensured that when my strength failed, and no one, save for one. Correct. As one of the 6, I can glimpse the near future within the Heliogyre. But I am bound here. All I could do was send a solace skin entrusted with my message to you.
That solace skin had vanished just outside the academy.
Because of your actions, the source of the corruption has stopped. The stars are now aligned. But the other 5 are no more. They can no longer fulfill their roles within the Heliotic Six. I have one final request. But before that, allow me to tell you what the Heliotic Six truly are. Centuries ago, a calamity awoke beneath the ice. The void devoured all, erasing every trace, every existence. In darkness, the Exostrider's blade sealed the threat deep below. It drew its fiery drive, a light that would never fade, lifting it high over the highway sky. Under its glow, the frost did melt, life blossoming with Exoswarm aid. Yet the calamity stirred, its remnants ravaging the living. Thus, the 6 wisest among us became the Heliotic Six. The Exostrider's lens became our Heliogyre. From the drive's turn, the season's laws we discerned. We shed all idle thought to link our minds to the Heliogyre. Our shared cognition converged for mortals to touch the edge of the divine. Since then, the Roya have walked the high road for centuries. The 6 shared their computational power, weaving a vast network to reach the Exostrider in a dimension beyond mortal. The data we provided to the Space Trek Collective was interpreted through this network. But now, the only one who can continue the calculations is me. The ones chosen for the 6 are born with resonance with the Heliogyre. It cannot be forced. Now the remaining 5 cannot calculate, and there are not enough worthy successors. Even if the Heliogyre resumes its rotations, unable to interpret. For this reason, with your authority, allow me to bear the calculations of the 6 alone. And
The Heliogyre was meant to be interpreted by 6. If you bear all the calculations alone, what will become of you?
I cannot say. All I know is this. If no one remains to interpret the Heliogyre, the Void Storm's occurrences will be unknown. The Space Trek Collective's decades of effort in preparing for the new solar ceremony will come to nothing. Since the moment I was brought to Sol Asylum as a child, I have never once seen the world beyond. In the Heliogyre's light, do I glimpse the universe, and in seeing life rejoice under my protection, do I take comfort. This has long since become second nature to me, a part of my life. So now, what I bear is not glory, but burden, but duty. this authority.
I respect what you wish to resist.
Soon, a great calamity will fall upon the High Roy. I will share all that I know of the Heliogyre with you. When you call, answer, I will.
Residual void matter corruption. I need to find a way to cleanse it. That sound. Is it Buddy?
Save your strength for the calamity ahead, Arbiter. The children will help. The rite of return, the ritual that once sealed the calamity deep underground. Just now, the children have offered their strength. The Heliogyre can once again begin its rotation.
Useless fool! I told you to destroy the Heliogyre completely.
I'm sorry, but there's a reason for this. Some uninvited guests threw off the whole operation.
Save it. I don't want to hear your excuses. At this point, our entire plan has fallen apart because you screwed up. And to think, I went out of my way to get a pass for you to the new Federation.
No, I'm begging you, don't leave me here. I'll do anything, just tell me what you need.
Ugh. You're lucky the one at the top gave someone as pathetic as you one last chance. There's the other visitor in Beata Woods now, correct? Some crippled scientist. Find her. Make sure she doesn't make it back to the collective.
Well, since Mentor is already headed to the Heliogyre, I'd best get started on what I can contribute. There are signs of void matter contamination in the plants and water. If I follow these traces, I should be able to find the source. Threat detected. Authorizing maximum output! Maximum power! All targets in sight! Found it. This must be where the contamination is coming from. Heavy encryption, but it's sloppy. There we go. There's a note tucked here. There are two types of handwriting. Based on Astrid's testimony from the note, they changed the newest password is Huh? A terminal. It must belong to the owner of this lab. This must be the device capable of generating art. It's consistent with the designs we found earlier. It seems all the devices were produced. It's a test chamber. They were simulating what would happen if the solistries were contaminated by the void storm. It feels wrong. It's encrypted. If I can open it, there's bound the password can only be entered once. I could force it open like a 7364. There, keeping the password like this. This is a Space Trek Collective project proposal. The valuation result. Looks like I'm... Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you as well. So their plan wasn't just to disrupt the Heliogyre by unleashing the Void Storm.
Scientist. Crippled. It's you. All I have to do is get rid of you!
I'm not really good at dealing with this kind of conversation. Access to this lab? Wearing Royan attire? You must be Ingvar, one of the successors to the Heliotic Six.
Heliotic Six. The Six. Just because of my resonance ability, would I be forced to spend my entire life trapped in that Heliogyre? They call it Aroya's highest honor. But did they ask if we wanted that fate? Everyone acts like they respect me. But the only one who truly wants to help me is that good lord from outside the tribe.
From outside the tribe? You've joined forces with the Fraxidus?
Huh? What's that? Who cares? I just know that person promised that if I placed the device near the Solace Tree, my wish would come. Then I'd finally escape from this frozen wasteland and go start a new life in the new Federation.
You have no idea what you're doing, and no idea who you're aligning yourself with. This project proposal comes from the Space Trek Collective, dated 10 years ago. It outlines an idea to use the drive's and the method for triggering this mechanism is to pollute the Solace Tree's root system with void matter, making the reactor drive determine that the
You're saying that because I dropped that device there. The drive is going to...
Mornay, the Heliogyre is operational again. We can get the readings you need for the new solar ceremony. But something happening out there isn't right.
Yes. Once I handle something here, I'll regroup. Move aside. Before the drive falls completely, I need to go back to launch Helios.
No. His orders were clear. You're just a cripple. I won't let you stop me now.
It's been a while since I've heard someone talk like that. Since I had these legs, anyway. I've been told that in situations like this...
Wait a second!
I should make my displeasure very clear. All right. Now it's about time I catch up with my mentor. Let's go, mentor. We need to get to Space Trek Collective quickly. The Fraxidus tricked Ingvar into working for them, but their real goal is to send the reactor drive crashing to the ground. I've already alerted the Academy to evacuate the area around the impact. On your end. Any danger?
All good. The Heliogyre is back online. I now have direct contact with Sol Asylum and can relay the data you need for the new solar ceremony. It's time for the final step.
We're running out of time. I'll use my resonance ability to create a more efficient path. Please, hold on tight.
Huh?
The moment we launch Helios, we'll need the raw observational data from Sol Asylum. Are you ready?
Yes. The Shaper has already shared all the Heliogyre's data with me. I can access it anytime. Everything's set. Let's complete our mission.
Where is Anselm at a time like this? Who else can calibrate Hyvatia? Cody, Vance, examine the orbital status of Helios again. Also,
Professor, do you really plan to launch it without the...
I understand your concerns, but we are on the verge of a disaster. This is my decision.
No need for that. We've established contact with the Roya tribe and obtained the drive's raw data.
Professor, did you just say you managed to obtain the data?
There's no need for us to continue pretending anymore. Warren, or should I say traitor, aligned with the Fraxidus.
That is a serious accusation, Professor Mornier.
I know. I meant it to be. You must be very familiar with this device, Warren. You handcrafted it to avoid leaving usage records. A clever idea. But since it is a personal creation, the marks left behind are like fingerprints. These are your marks. They've betrayed your deeds. Warren, you've desecrated the hard work of everyone involved in Anselm's experiment accident. Your current position in the project. It seems the Fraxidus played a part in both.
That is a lot of assumptions and conjectures, with no evidence. I could easily...
You're right. All I have right now are assumptions and conjectures. But my ultimate goal, once we've identified the suspects, we'll have plenty of time. What I need in this moment is for you to step down as supervisor of this project. The one taking over will be me. One more thing. Your subordinate provided us with some key evidence.
You want me to testify against Professor Warren? That's practically perjury. Sure, I could work some verbal magic, but honestly,
It is a dirty tactic, but it's effective. I'm confident in my analysis of those devices. In the limited time we have, the quickest way to detain Warren...
Professor Mornier...
You can keep this recording. If I'm wrong, it'll be your guarantee later. Or you can refute. Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you.
How did that traitor manage to...
I have already notified the collective. The investigation will start soon. From here on out, Rover and I will be overseeing the launch procedure. All Space Trek Collective personnel, to your stations. Rover, please input the drive's raw observational...
Shaper, can you hear me?
Of course. To you, have all the healing...
And everything is ready. Let's commence with the new solar ceremony.
pressure in the reaction chamber is stable.
Preparing to open the energy output channel.
Helios launch sequence initiating.
Void matter module calibration complete.
Core energy system operation normal.
Manuals open. Propulsion system primed and ready.
Helios is ready for launch.
Remote ignition successful.
5, 4, 3, 2. Let our light shine in the sky.
Helios approaching target altitude. Progress 16%. 47%. 92%.
Warning, light alpha decay exceeds expected rates.
Sensor failure detected. Data reading compromised.
Responsive. Control program failure.
Cause found! The Hyvatia detector signals are jammed. Large-scale, highly concentrated void matter detected on the surface. It's surpassing the measurement threshold. Calibration can't continue.
At a time like this, adjust the measurement location. No, if the impact is this widespread, any adjustment would be pointless. Modify the detection components. What about high-powered void matter neutralizers? No, without the drive's light, all energy components will be inoperable. Oh, sorry, I'm just... The launch failure is caused by the detector's inability to measure the drive's operating parameters. That's due to the high concentration of void matter interfering with the readings. There are two potential solutions. We could increase the detector's tolerance to void matter, or we could eliminate the surrounding void matter. But neither of those options are feasible in the time... That's not realistic. The only places that aren't affected by void matter right now are Bearter Woods and Star Torch Academy under the high altitude. Do we have spares for Hyvatia's measurement modules?
Yes. Researcher Ansem left behind several prototypes. I'll go fetch one from the warehouse. But what do you intend to do with them?
The eyes of the gods have failed us. So have our machines. Now, we move forward with our own hands.